It's a clash of the titans that's been a long time coming, and we've got the inside scoop on what the boxing stars have to say about it. So grab your popcorn, sit back, and let's get into it. Eddie Hearn, the man behind some of the biggest fights in boxing, is all in on Smith. He's got this unshakable belief that Callum Smith is going to knock out Beterbiev. And when he says it, you can almost hear the confidence oozing out of him. He even goes as far as saying, "I can actually see the knockout now." That's some crystal ball level prediction right there. Eddie's putting all his chips on Smith, calling him the unified world champion. You heard that right, Eddie Hearn is going all in on Smith. Now let's talk about Dmitry Bivol, the voice of reason in this sea of predictions. He's not jumping on the bandwagon just yet. He knows that in boxing, anything can happen. So he doesn't pick sides, but he sure has some insightful things to say. Bivol focuses on the stylistic matchup, pointing out Smith's tendency to let opponents come close despite his height advantage. That could play right into Beterbiev's strengths. It's like he's telling you to keep an eye on those subtle details. Liam Smith, another Smith in the mix, is backing his man Callum. He's got this unwavering belief that Callum is one of the biggest light heavyweight punchers out there, saying he can knock him flat out. That's some serious confidence in his brother, right? He's like the ultimate hype man. And here comes Michael Conlan throwing his hat into the Smith ring. He's leaning towards Callum and he's got his reasons. Conlan points out Beterbiev's age as a potential chink in his armor. He's seen some vulnerabilities in Beterbiev's past fights, and he's thinking maybe, just maybe, the timing is perfect for Smith to snatch a win. It's like he's telling you to keep an eye on the age factor. Paul Smith Jr., another Smith with a strong opinion. He's really hammering down on Beterbiev's age, saying fighters will just age overnight. He's 39. He's had a lot of hard fights. He's got a point there. He's emphasizing the potential for Beterbiev's performance to drop suddenly because of his age and his tough career. It's like he's telling you to consider the aging factor. Richie Woodhall is all about the technical stuff. He's breaking it down, saying that Smith's talent and technique could give him a real shot. He's advising Smith to take control of the center of the ring and not let Beterbiev push him to the ropes. It's like he's giving you a masterclass on ring strategy. Steve Bunce, the comedian in the room, can't resist poking fun at Beterbiev's age. He jokes, the man's about 74 years of age. Now that's taking it to the extreme. But hey, he's suggesting that maybe, just maybe, the timing is in Smith's favor, hinting that Beterbiev's best days might be behind him. It's like he's telling you to take Beterbiev's age with a pinch of humor. Virgil Hunter, the seasoned coach, is expressing his concerns about Smith's past performance against Canelo, but he's not throwing in the towel just yet. He says Smith has the tools to pull it out if he can hurt Beterbiev. It's like he's telling you that Smith's got the potential to turn things around. Ben Whittaker, another believer in Smith's chances, sees this fight as a tough challenge for both fighters. He's pointing out Beterbiev's vulnerabilities due to age, and he thinks Smith's attributes make him a strong contender. It's like he's telling you that this fight could go either way. Buddy McGirt, the voice of experience, is warning us not to underestimate fighters based on age. He's suggesting that we should prepare for Beterbiev as a formidable opponent, expecting a tough contest. It's like he's telling you that age doesn't always determine the outcome. Dan Aziz, speaking positively about Smith's confidence and chances, is highlighting his power and emphasizing the importance of Smith being his best self in the ring. It's like he's telling you that Smith's mindset is crucial. Darren Barker, not mincing his words, is questioning Beterbiev's punch resistance. He says, the first thing that goes on a fighter is your punch resistance. He's speculating that Beterbiev might be more vulnerable to Smith's power than in the past. It's like he's telling you to keep an eye on Beterbiev's chin. Dave Coldwell, the strategist, is focusing on Smith's strengths, especially his left hook and size advantage. He's saying, I think Callum will time him onto the shot. He can get hurt, and he does get hurt early. It's like he's giving you a sneak peek into Smith's game plan. David Price, acknowledging Beterbiev's strengths, sees Smith as having the best chance to exploit Beterbiev's weaknesses due to his size and punching power. It's like he's telling you that size matters in this matchup. John Ryder, believing that the timing is right for Smith, considers Beterbiev's recent injury and age. He thinks Smith has a solid opportunity to become a two-weight world champion. It's like he's telling you that this might be Smith's moment. Callum Smith himself, the man of the hour, is exuding confidence. He's saying, I believe I'm a good, intelligent fighter who's heavy-handed. I can go there and take his belts off him. It's like he's telling you to watch out because he's ready to seize the moment. Now, with all these opinions flying around, you might wonder who's got it right. Well, the consensus leans towards Smith, with many citing Beterbiev's age and the wear from his hard-fought career as potential disadvantages. Smith's power, size, and intelligence in the ring are highlighted as his key strengths that might lead him to victory. But let's not forget who we're dealing with here. Arthur Beterbiev, the man with a perfect 100% knockout ratio, the man who stopped all 19 of his opponents since turning pro in 2013. He's no pushover, and he's not about to hand over his belts without a fight. So, what's the word on the street? This weekend in Quebec City, we're in for a real treat. Arthur Beterbiev, the Russian wrecking ball, is going head-to-head with Britain's Callum Smith. It's a showdown that's been making headlines, and it's finally happening on January 13th. Beterbiev, at 38, holds the IBF, WBC, and WBO titles in the 175-pound weight class. He's the only active world champion in boxing with a flawless knockout record. His last fight in January 2023 saw him defeat fellow Brit Anthony Yarde in 8 rounds. That's some serious firepower right there. Callum Smith, on the other hand, is 33 years old, with 29 wins, 21 of them by knockout, and just 1 loss. He's a former WBA and Ring Magazine super middleweight champion who decided to jump up to the light heavyweight division. His only loss? Well, that came at the hands of the one and only Canelo Alvarez in 2020. But since then, Smith has been on a knockout spree, taking down Lenin Castillo and Mathieu Bauderlique. Now you might be wondering about the odds. Well, according to BetMGM, Beterbiev is the favorite with odds of plus 333, while Smith is considered the underdog with odds of 450. The bookmakers seem to be leaning towards Beterbiev, but there's some serious interest in Smith's chances. It's like they're saying, hey, don't count Smith out just yet. So, what's the prediction? Who's got the best bets? Beterbiev, the reigning champ, is stepping into the ring as the favorite for a reason. His power and aggressive style have made him a force to be reckoned with in the light heavyweight division. He's been in this weight class his whole career, which might give him a size and weight advantage over Smith, who moved up from super middleweight. That's some serious home field advantage. Beterbiev's resume speaks volumes. He's taken down elite opponents like Alexander Gvozdyk, Marcus Brown, and Joe Smith Jr., cementing his status as a pound-for-pound contender. This guy knows how to perform at the highest level, but here's the twist. Beterbiev, despite all his dominance, is not invincible. He tasted the canvas once when he faced Callum Johnson in 2018. Johnson, by the way, is a former stablemate of none other than Callum Smith himself. So, you see where this is going? There might just be a chink in Beterbiev's armor, and Smith could be the one to exploit it. In his last bout against Anthony Yarde, Beterbiev showed some vulnerability. He was taking some heavy shots from Yarde, and that got people talking. At 38, with 2 decades of boxing experience, both as an amateur and a professional, Beterbiev might be feeling the toll. It's like they're saying, maybe the old lion's roar isn't as deafening. Now let's not forget about Callum Smith. This man has some serious punching power and counter-punching skills in his arsenal. If Beterbiev gets too aggressive, he might walk right into Smith's trap, especially that left hook, which is like a sledgehammer. But here's the plot twist. Both fighters have had their fair share of inactivity. Smith has been out of action for 16 months, and Beterbiev had a year-long hiatus. That could potentially impact their performance and sharpness in the ring. It's like they're saying, who's gonna shake off the rust quicker? In conclusion, it's a clash of styles, a battle of giants, and a fight that's got everyone on the edge of their seats. Beterbiev might be the favorite, but in the world of boxing, anything can happen. Callum Smith, with his knockout power and counter-punching skills, could be the wild card that disrupts the odds. Betting on the underdog is risky, no doubt, but some folks out there believe in fairy tales. They believe in the Cinderella story where the underdog becomes the champion. And who knows? Maybe, just maybe, Callum Smith is ready to write that story. So there you have it, folks. The stage is set, the fighters are ready, and the world is watching. It's Arthur Beterbiev versus Callum Smith, the clash of the light heavyweights, and it's all going down on January 13th. You won't want to miss it because in the world of boxing, when the bell rings, anything can happen.